is another episode of the We'll Just Agree. Can I be seen? Like, this seems
No,
like...
you moved the computer.
Okay, that's okay. Look, there we go. Another episode of the We'll Just Agree
To disagree.
podcast. I'm Beyonce Fox.
I'm Ryan.
Where's the enthusiasm here?
I'm tired.
Why?
I'm tired.
Why, Ryan?
Yeah.
Why?
I am physically and mentally tired.
We cannot be physically and mentally tired. Why? You're young. You just turned 30.
No, you know the real problem is we're recording this. Today's what? Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a nap all week.
Oh my gosh, that word, that dreaded word.
And
nap.
I'm being dead serious. I've not had a nap all week.
So that affects you like that?
Yeah.
I haven't had a nap since 6th grade or maybe kindergarten.
Well, it explains a lot. You thought that was going to be a ooh. It explains a lot.
So today we are talking about...
Why are you yelling?
Oh, we're not going to... No, I feel like my voice is projecting because you are tired. And
I'm just yelling. We right here.
You need a nap.
We
and
right here.
Is elevated.
The
for you
camera
right
ain't
now.
that far. The camera right there. We got no cameraman. We ain't got no budget on this. I'm the cameraman, the tripod, everything else.
Hilarious. Yeah, he sure is. Anyway, yeah, so what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about this beautiful city, our beloved Chicago. Even though Ryan is a suburbanite, he lives in the south suburbs, but that's okay. We're not going to hold that against you at all. And I'm a Chicagoan because I have an address in the city of Chicago.
Well, I have an address, and I'm not going to put where we work out, but I have an address because I stay in Chicago more than I do in the suburbs with
facts.
work.
That is true. That's true. You can put our address out.
No, I'm not going to put our address. I don't know.
To here?
Yeah.
This is a public radio station. The airwaves are owned by the public. 233 North Michigan. Boy, OMG. You're hilarious.
Yeah.
So the magazine, Condé Nast Traveler magazine, they do this survey thing where they survey like a few thousand people every year. And Chicago, for the 7th year in a row, has been named the best big city. Yes. Now is that world or is that just national?
No, that's a great question. I think
it's just national.
I'm gonna go with national.
Yeah, I think it's just national because too many of American cities are on that list.
Facts.
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see nothing.
Paris
right.
or anything else. Yeah.
Right.
But even at that, to be voted number 1 for the past 7 years for the best big city in America, that's a big deal.
Do you agree?
I absolutely agree. This is the best city by far. Yes. You know I got some runners up though. You know what they are already.
Okay, what are your runners up?
New York, Las Vegas. Those are my top 3 cities in the U.S. Chicago, New York, Las Vegas, in that order.
If we're going off for summertime, absolutely Shy is winning. Summertime Shy.
Yes.
I feel like we go in hibernation for half of the year, though, when it gets cold. Now, there's still a lot that happens and still a lot that pops off, and it's still a great city.
Yeah.
Are we full year round the best city? Debatable. But I still love Chicago.
Yeah, what do you love about Chicago?
There's always something to do, and for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you are into going to see an orchestra, if you're into going to see a Broadway play, if you're into going to a hip hop concert, if you're into going to the beach, if you're into going on a boat, if you're a foodie, there's something. If you're into history, if you're into running marathons, there's something. If you're into sports, there's something for everyone. Yeah. In Chicago, there's always a festival going on. There's always a fest going on, a neighborhood fest.
Yes.
The culture is here in Chicago. The list could go on, and I'm not mad with Chicago winning number 1. I want to know, because a few right underneath us was San Diego.
San Diego number 2,
and then
San Diego's beautiful though.
I've never been, so I can't judge.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful and it's so expensive.
Okay,
but it's just so beautiful. You have like the ocean and the. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Now, who got number 3?
Milwaukee.
And that's my issue.
Hold up now. I got a radio show in Milwaukee.
That's wonderful.
I go to Milwaukee quite a bit.
Okay, so
Milwaukee has changed.
So then you can explain to me what is in Milwaukee that would be ranked number
along
3.
the river?
Above Vegas, above New York.
Well, now, you got to keep in mind, this was a survey done by people who travel, so maybe Vegas isn't for everybody. You know?
What? But is Milwaukee for anybody? And no disrespect to anybody
my B100.7 family in Milwaukee, he didn't mean that.
No disrespect to anybody who lives out there. Shout out to y'all Bucks. Y'all are about to snap this year. I may go to your game.
Pfizer, at the Pfizer. So you gotta,
no way, time out. Well, they play basketball. It's named after the COVID vaccine.
You know what? Ryan,
okay. Can we continue? What's in Milwaukee? Enlighten me, educate me. What is in Milwaukee that said, boom, number 3?
When I first saw that, I too was like, oh wow, Milwaukee number 3, okay. But then I recollected the fact that they have all these great restaurants and stuff along the river. Milwaukee has done a 180 with the tourism, the restaurants, the downtown, the gentrification. It's amazing. Ooh, baby, they got a Macy's there at this mall that's just bomb. I'm telling you, Ryan.
We got a Macy's in the suburbs where I live. It's
not quite as bomb as the one in Milwaukee. And then the TJ Maxx downtown. What? Oh my God. Their downtown is amazing. It's historic. You have like the theater district, and I'm
correct me if I'm wrong.
They have the Harley Davidson headquarters in Milwaukee.
No, they do not.
Yes, sir.
No, they don't. You don't get the out of here.
Harley Davidson is in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's known for cheese and the Green Bay Packers. Oh, that might be a sore subject right now. But anyway.
Tell me this, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can drive to Milwaukee, do a quick loop, and be out in about 20 minutes.
You can, but there's so much to see and do now. I'm being very serious. They're having top name acts come there. You know, for a while, Milwaukee didn't really get like the people like the Gladys Knights and the Patti LaBelle's and stuff like that. Now you can just see those artists at any given moment. And
okay, also tell me this, and I'm learning. I put Milwaukee on a level like I do Indianapolis.
Okay.
You can do a good circle. There's things to do. It's not gonna maybe wow me.
But then you just come on out.
But I'm gonna come right on out.
Okay. Do me this favor. Milwaukee is literally only about, I don't know.
I went.
I'm just saying, less than 100 miles from
and I
here.
went. You know, I went
you did.
2 years ago.
Photo shoot. Okay.
And I went for Panda Express and that was in a photo shoot.
Okay. So
I didn't see much.
I'm going to need you to take another trip to Milwaukee. If you want to ride up there with me, that's cool, because I go every once in a while. And we're going to go and have dinner. They got this great marketplace downtown where you go in. It's kind of cafeteria with different places for you to eat.
Okay, we have that in Chicago.
Amazing.
Time out. Shout out to Fulton Market.
So all of these restaurants along the river.
We have the Riverwalk in Chicago.
They've got Summerfest in Milwaukee. It's a festival that's several days with all these great acts, and Milwaukee is bomb. Hey, Milwaukee.
I'm leaving Milwaukee alone. I don't know. I could be ignorant to this, but it shook me.
It's good
that Milwaukee was number 3.
I was surprised too. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised, but then when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Milwaukee has come up. Okay. Give them their props. Okay. Yeah. And we have to keep in mind, this is not only like aesthetics and whatever. This is what travelers like to go to.
And I would love to see what nationality of travelers that they study.
Well, I'm hoping they're diverse with it. I hope, there's Hispanics and blacks and Asians and
because that does matter.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely
that
right.
matters.
You're absolutely right. And then the demographic too. Maybe an older person would like Milwaukee as opposed to a younger person like in Vegas.
Okay, so tell me this. Well, I think you already told me. Your top 3, if you had a top 5 list, who are you putting on it?
Oh. Now, I do like Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I like Miami. So that's 4. I said Chicago, number 1. New York, Las Vegas, New York. Miami. I love Miami. And then 5th one. Ooh, that's hard, man. It's hard. It's really hard. It's hard. Because the other ones are just kind of flat for me at that point.
You're missing Atlanta.
Oh, I like Atlanta.
And then I'm gonna throw this one in there that I think could make top 10 right now. I could be a little biased, but I could speak on it because I've seen the growth.
North Carolina, Charlotte.
Charlotte should be on top 10.
I knew it. Yeah,
Charlotte
Charlotte's nice.
is really
you're
growing.
Right. You're right. I even like South Carolina. South Carolina is beautiful.
It's-
I like the aesthetics, like how the homes are.
Okay, that's good for, but not this list though.
Oh, okay.
That's a good visit and an aesthetic.
And I like Portland and Seattle. When you go way west, the mountains and the homes and the hills and see, I like all 50 states, all of them. I like them all. I like them all.
I don't.
I like them all, seriously, because each state offers something different. Each city offers something different that you can't get somewhere else.
Tell me this.
Chicago is...
Is it bad? I don't know if I've ever said this. And this could be so ignorant. I judge a city or state or wherever I'm about to go on their airport when I land.
Oh, my gosh. If it doesn't have a Hudson.
So when I get to Atlanta, I know it's lit and popping.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta got, you can go shopping in Atlanta.
Yeah, they got the
you
number
can
one
go
airport.
eat,
Hartsfield.
club,
Mhm,
all that. When you come to Chicago, it depends on what airport you going.
Well, Midway's coming up now.
Now listen, you go to Midway, it kind of represents Chicago. You in some parts of Chicago you want to get in and out of. Midway is kind of like that depending on what terminal. It's a little, but you go to O'Hare. Okay, I can rock with this.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Charlotte is growing. The airport is growing.
Yeah. Okay.
Milwaukee, what about them? What the airport like? Don't know nothing about it because we don't know nothing about this list of Milwaukee.
I don't fly into Milwaukee because it's so close to downtown Chicago.
Okay.
So I don't really fly there. I have before, but
Like when I touch down in Vegas, I see I'm slots.
What?
See, you already know. So you agree when
Yes.
the airport matches the city
And
that you're going to.
I'm gonna tell you what I base cities off of. You
Okay.
probably already know.
What?
The shopping. Like seriously, when I land, and this may sound a little pretentious, and I'm not pretentious, but this may sound like it. But seriously, when I land, one of the first things I do is like, okay, where's the Gucci store? Where's the Louis store?
And if they don't have
And
it,
if they don't have it, I'm like, okay, smaller market. They're not gonna have those premium designers. Then I just have to shoot to the nearby mall. No
I'm
big
not
deal.
mad at that.
Yeah, no big deal.
Okay.
So, but Chicago has it all. We've got North
We really
Michigan
do.
Avenue.
We
We
do.
got Louis and Gucci right across the street from each other.
We
We've
do.
got everything
We really do.
here.
We got.
The food is amazing.
We have tons of sports teams. You can watch trash, but you can watch all of them.
Legendary sports teams. Like people think Chicago, they think sports automatically.
That's facts. Because you got Michael Jordan,
Mhm.
Bears. I
Mhm.
mean, it's
Mhm.
legendary,
Mhm.
literally.
Mhm.
Iconic stadiums.
77 different neighborhoods that are all just vibrant and bustling and diverse, although there's still segregation in the city of
Facts.
Chicago. We know that. We know the
Facts.
West and the South Sides are predominantly black people. We get it. There's that segregation. However, within that segregation, there's different
Facts.
neighborhoods, you know?
Absolutely.
And I think it's so cool. When you say Hyde Park, you think eclectic, diverse, cool kids. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When you say, I don't know, Andersonville, you think of cool bars and stuff like that. Wrigley, you know.
No, I agree. That's why I said I do love Chicago, but year round, I don't know if it's number one. But
Mhm.
summertime shy, you're not touching
It's
Chicago.
amazing, that lakefront. Oh my God.
You're not touching it.
Oh my God. The skyline. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just so beautiful. So congratulations on the 7th year in a row of being named the best big city by Condé Nast Traveler magazine. My kind of town, Chicago is.
Oh, that's what you were trying to sing? All right. That's a new episode of We'll Just Agree to Disagree podcast. Follow me at Ryan Lee, Beyonce Fox.
My kind of town, Chicago is. I love this city so much. I really do.